The Ottoman Empire once stood as one of the world's most formidable powers, commanding vast territories across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Its influence shaped global politics, trade, and culture for centuries. However, by the 19th century, the empire began a gradual decline, facing internal challenges and mounting external pressures. Over time, it lost key provinces, endured economic hardships, and experienced growing unrest. This slow transformation ultimately marked the end of an era and paved the way for significant changes in world history. At its height, the empire united a remarkable diversity of cultures, languages, and traditions under a single rule. This integration fostered the exchange of ideas and goods, leaving a profound imprint on art, architecture, and law. The Ottoman administrative and commercial systems influenced neighboring civilizations, while its infrastructure connected distant regions. Yet, this legacy of unity and innovation would later stand in stark contrast to the fragmentation that accompanied the empire's decline. Throughout its history, the Ottoman Empire faced a series of military defeats, particularly against European rivals. Notable losses, such as at Lepanto and the ceding of Hungary, diminished Ottoman prestige and resulted in the loss of strategic territories. As military advancements accelerated elsewhere, the empire struggled to keep pace, leaving its borders vulnerable and its authority increasingly contested by both external adversaries and internal instability. Economic challenges compounded these military setbacks. Soaring inflation, mounting debt, and declining trade strained the government and its people. Reliance on borrowing deepened the financial crisis, while unreliable trade routes restricted access to vital resources. These hardships eroded the ability to pay soldiers and officials, weakening the military and administrative structures that once supported the empire's reach. As economic pressures grew, the empire became even more vulnerable to unrest and foreign intervention. These vulnerabilities fueled the rise of nationalist movements among the empire's diverse ethnic and religious groups. In the Balkans, communities such as Serbs, Bulgarians, and Greeks pursued independence, driven by a growing sense of national identity. Arab and Armenian populations also sought greater autonomy and recognition, inspired by new political ideas and external support. The surge in aspirations for self-determination further fragmented Ottoman authority. As the empire weakened, European powers like Britain, France, and Russia intensified their involvement in Ottoman affairs. By supporting nationalist groups and intervening directly, they expanded their influence, redrawing borders and fostering the emergence of new states, with consequences that would echo for generations. In an effort to address these mounting challenges, the Ottoman government initiated ambitious reforms during the Tanzimat and Young Turks periods. These reforms sought to modernize legal codes, education, and administration, and to introduce constitutional governance. However, resistance from conservative factions and unresolved social tensions limited their effectiveness. In some cases, these reforms inadvertently intensified unrest and nationalist sentiment, further complicating efforts to maintain unity. The outbreak of World War I brought unprecedented turmoil. Military defeats and territorial losses weakened the empire's grip on its remaining lands, while famine and hardship devastated the population. Amidst this chaos, nationalist movements like the Arab Revolt gained momentum, further undermining central authority. These combined pressures accelerated the collapse of Ottoman power and set the stage for its final dissolution after the war. Following the war, the Allied powers sought to dismantle the remnants of the Ottoman Empire. The Treaty of Sèvres imposed severe territorial losses and foreign control, sparking outrage among Turkish nationalists. Under Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's leadership, a determined resistance emerged, rejecting the treaty and fighting to reclaim national sovereignty. This struggle would ultimately overturn the imposed settlement and pave the way for a new Turkish state. The Turkish War of Independence saw Atatürk and his supporters mobilize to reclaim their homeland from foreign occupation. Through coordinated military campaigns and diplomatic efforts, they expelled occupying forces and unified Anatolia. The establishment of the Republic of Turkey in 1923 marked the definitive end of Ottoman rule, with the abolition of the Sultanate and Caliphate. Atatürk's leadership not only secured independence, but also launched sweeping reforms that would define the nation's modern identity. Ultimately, the fall of the Ottoman Empire resulted from a complex interplay of internal weaknesses and external pressures, leading to a profound transformation of the region. The dissolution of the empire reshaped political boundaries and gave rise to new nation-states throughout the Middle East and Balkans. Today, the Ottoman legacy endures in the cultural, artistic, and architectural heritage of these regions, serving as a lasting reminder of its historical significance and enduring influence.